we're all going to go.
Hey!
That's what happens when you click the button without realising you click the button. Hi, everyone. That's how we do here at Explorers of Elsewhere. Welcome to Game 2. We are playing Sorcerer Supreme in our charity live stream for 1625 Independent People's Gaming for Good 2024 event. Hello, welcome, hello. We had a lot of fun playing Nice Marines. This, I assume, promised to be slightly different in tone, but perhaps quite similar in outcome. Yes, we will see. So, first things first, welcome back, Errol and Meg. Hello. Hi. Yes, hello, thank you for coming back. And we are welcoming Julia to the stream as well. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
So we've got, what, 3/5 of Campaign 2 sat here?
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3/5, same is. And a blast from the not too distant past, repping Campaign 1. Hi, Tim. How you doing?
Hello. I'm lovely, thank you.
Amazing.
You are lovely.
Well, that is true. That is true.
I'm so lovely.
I'm ready to go. I'm so ready.
So I'm aware that there were some audio issues in the last game, so if anyone's too loud or whatnot, please let me know and I will mute them.
Tell you what, Dan, tell you what, if you're able to angle your camera down ever so slightly, we will be able to see.
Get a bit of daisy cam.
Bit of cat cam, yay!
Oh, yeah.
Hooray, thank you.
Just there, perfect.
Oh, perfection.
So, this is Sorcerer Supreme. It is a game from the Hallowed Vaults of Reddit. It is written by one Andrew Harrison. It was part of a 200 word RPG contest. And it revolves around wizards who are obviously spellcasters who can reform the very, very fabric of reality using their powerful arcana to do pretty much whatever they like. And we follow a group of wizards as they stride out to solve a problem that no one asked them to solve. In addition, our wizards are utterly incompetent. So, spells...
What do you mean incompetent? We are very competent, thank you very much. We are very highly trained and highly skilled wizards.
I said competent, not confident. That's... So, as we all know, spells are constructed of a series of magical words. There are 20, which our players have to hand, and there's 20, and they're quite long. But all spells are made up of magic words. So when the need arises and a wizard needs to cast a spell, they will create some sort of unholy combination of the words to create the spell they want to do, because each word of power has a specific purpose. So, for example, Preventia prevents things, like it introduces an idea of prevention. Somateria introduces the concept of a physical form, so like me, you, that desk, etc. And when a spell is cast, we roll d10s for each word in the spell. And on a 6 to 10, so 50% chance, the spell works. The word was correctly intoned. On a 2 to 5, the word wasn't quite correctly intoned, and it works partially or incorrectly. And on a 1, you've said the wrong word entirely. I replace that word with a random one, and then we figure out what your spell looks like after the fact. So, we have more donation incentives for this session. So £5 re-roll a failed word, £10 re-roll a successful word, £20 I will add a random word to the next spell, and £40 Wizard Duel.
Duel.
Oh no.
Yes. And as we got more donations in the first session than I was expecting, which I'm incredibly grateful and thankful for, I have put the @goal incentive. If we hit the 100% goal, I have a French-made outfit on standby, and that will be worn for the rest of the EOE live stream, as well as the Heroes Wanted live stream that we'll be taking part in from 6 p.m. tonight.
And just to clarify, roughly how far are we off our goal?
So
Dan?
we are at 46% of our goal.
Okay, and we've had 115 in donations. Okay.
Yes.
Whew,
So
okay.
it is potentially, hopefully, very, 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 very doable. So with that in mind, let's meet our Sorcerers Supreme. Let's start with Julia. Who...
Nice use of the proper words there. You made sorcerers like attorneys general. I like it. Hello. Hello. My name's Ophelia. Ophelia Spellsworth Smythe, and I went to the best wizard university, of course, and I'm a very good wizard. Naturally. Head of the class. Yes.
Okay. Just a real elevator pitch. What does Ophelia look like?
Ophelia is a lady. She wears kind of big pebble glasses and always has her long dark hair sort of scraped back. She's a bit sort of posh and nerdy. And big front teeth. Hello.
Okay, marvelous. Okay, wonderful. So that's Ophelia. Errol. Hello. Who are you? Who's your wizard?
Hi, I'm Drazwi. I am the backwards interpretation of everything that is to do with wizard. So let's say I'm wearing incredibly long pointy shoes, zero hat, a very short robe, probably too short, with some hot pants going on, wizardly hot pants.
And they got little stars and moons on them, like.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
No beard, no moustache, cleanly shaven, maybe mohawk going on.
Sure.
And a very short wand, just like a bit just this big.
But it works well.
It works incredibly well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marvelous.
That's what you do with it.
That's what's important.
Not how long the wand is.
Speaking of long wands, hi Meg.
Hello.
Who are you playing? Oh, sorry.
I-
Oh, yeah, we have it. Yeah, Meg, who are you playing?
I am playing Obnoxious Pricked.
Yes.
And I am the most highly skilled wizard, more so than anyone else in the academy.
We'll see.
We will. I'm pretty sure that when putting our skills to the test, we know exactly who will come out on top. And Obnoxious is just an amalgamation. Just imagine every wizard stereotype, okay? Like 4 or 5 wizards, and just cram them all together because they've got everything. They've got the pointy hat, but couldn't quite decide whether they wanted a pointy hat or a fez. So what they've actually got is like a big velvet pointy hat with a tassel on. They're wearing robes that just have every single emblem on them that you can imagine. They've got their stars, there's moons, there's pentagrams, there's silver filigree. Their entire neck and arms and everything is just covered in all sorts of occult jewelry. You name it, it's there.
Sure. Marvelous. Okay. And last but not least, Tim. Who are you playing?
I am Blandalf the Beige. A name I earned once from an old friend who was having terrible trouble returning a ring. You see, he had failed to keep the receipt. And, well, he had to go back there several times. And, my goodness, let me tell you. Anyway, as you can see, I'm wearing a very... Well, it's a little bit flashy if you don't mind me saying, but it's a lovely beige cardigan and a flat cap, which is much more, I find, convenient, and I got it back from my old aunt. Now, she was lovely, old Auntie Errol. Made the loveliest little cakes. Anyway, apparently I'm okay at magic, so.
Very good. Very, very good. Amazing. Okay, well, so we have our 4 wizards. You are all graduates of Wizard U, and as such, you have decided to strike out into the unknown. The world is full of pitiful, magicless commoners, and it is your duty to solve all of their life's grievances using your superior and, frankly, impressive magical repertoires. The problem is you're not entirely sure where it is you need to go first. So as you've been kind of wandering around, you've decided to, your searches haven't produced anything of note. And as such, you've had to retire for the night in a nearby hotel. The locale is rather peculiar. The sky seems to have been a very, very dark day, like very dark clouds rolling overhead. Occasional, some might say ominous, lightning crackling off in the distance, silhouetting this rather lovely piece of architecture, a hotel sat on a hill surrounded by a metal fence that looks a bit undercared for. There's a few kind of straggly vines like reaching up and kind of as if they're climbing over. The gate is slightly off kilter. Perhaps they have some sort of infestation problem, because you notice there's quite a lot of bats. This place on a hill on its own, next to the graveyard, seems like the perfect place to stay for the night, while you kind of gather yourselves and recoup to press on tomorrow to find a place that needs helping. Yes.
You know, Traps. I was having a little think as we were checking in. This place looks a bit ramshackle, doesn't it?
I think it looks absolutely disgusting.
No, well, I mean, let's not be too judgmental. I mean, they are commoners after all. But now that we're here, do you think we might help out a little bit? Fix the place up a little? I'm sure they'll be very grateful.
Do you mean by burning the place down? Because it's absolutely
If it comes to it, but let's not jump straight to that, Obnoxious. Maybe we should try and fix up the fence, get rid of the bats, something like that.
Well, you're having this conversation in the foyer of this hotel. You can see, like, as you are entering in, like heading up to the building along the very kind of winding path from the slightly off kilter iron gate. You notice that there was some kind of discoloration above the door, presumably a sign once hung there, but it no longer. You don't know where it is, so you're not entirely sure what the hotel's called, but I mean, it's definitely a hotel. And as you kind of enter into the main foyer, you're stood on this very plush, long, red kind of carpet that stretches the length of the hall. There's big sweeping stairwells at the far end that kind of wrap either side. Immediately above those spiraling staircases is a large portrait of a very Errol
Oh no!
Errol looks back momentarily. Yes, a very
She must have fallen down a hole in the floor because it's so crappy in here.
Drazwy has closed their eyes. That's yes, the portrait above the stairwell depicts a very pale and gaunt man with dark hair, slicked back across his head. He's got a very kind of a very confident looking kind of raised eyebrow, a slight pout, in a very kind of very fine-looking jacket. And as you're looking at this picture, there's a crack of lightning which kind of like whites out the room. And kind of silhouettes everything inside, and when the light returns to normal and the candles flicker back to life, you see stood in front of the portrait is the very same man in the portrait, in the very same pose as he's in the portrait.
So,
Excellent.
"Good evening," he says, and he seemingly glides down the stairs towards you. "How may I help you?"
Who the bloody hell is this?
"Hi, Arrow."
Hey, Al.
Welcome back. Yes, I think you might have heard all that. Yes, this man floats down to you, and yeah, "How may I help you?"
we were just wondering if you were in need of a little bit of wizardly assistance. Your home, I couldn't help noticing. It was looking on Zoopla earlier, and my goodness, the property values could be better.
The man looks at you inquisitively with the raised eyebrow, and then like strokes his very long, thin, pointy chin, and "Oh yes, it is quite hard to keep up with the upkeep of this place. Excuse me, I forget my manners. My name is Count von Not a Vampirovich.
Oh. Seems above board.
Welcome to my humble abode. I assume you are here.
Lay that name on us one more time, Dan, just so I've got it in my head.
Count von Not a Vampirovich.
Okay, I thought that's what I heard.
Hang
Okay.
on, yeah, just all right, just for
I think
everyone,
you must be
just for
Croatian
those in
or
the
something.
back. Count
Yeah.
von Not a
Vampirovich.
Vampirovich.
Okay. Excellent.
Boom. I assume you are weary from a day's travel and wish bed and board for the night.
Yes, please.
Well. Oh, sorry, Meg, you've muted yourself. I think. Or have I muted you?
Sorry, that was me when I was sneezing earlier.
Your colourful friend here is correct. I am in need of some home renovations, so perhaps we could do some do a trade. Your services in exchange for safe harbour from the night.
Oh, darling, I think it's way beyond renovations. You might as well just pack up and leave at this point.
What Obnoxious means to say is we'd be delighted to help, and a safe bed for the night sounds lovely. I mean, I definitely trust an establishment that promises a safe bed, that goes out of its way to specify the safety of the
Although,
stay.
speaking of safety, if you were to have an inspector come and look at this place, you shall not pass.
End the episode.
That's it. We're done. We're out.
That's alright.
Roll credits.
Bloody bravo, Tim. Thank
Inspiration for Tim.
That's all I got for the
Inspiration for
rest of the
Tim.
thing.
Inspiration for Tim. Someone
We're
donate
playing
to
D&D,
Tim.
but it's fine.
Tim should get inspiration for the rest of their life, like for every game that they play.
Count von Not a Vampirovich nods solemnly. It is a sorry state of affairs, but I would be loath to leave. This house has been in my family's possession for hundreds of years, he says, with a very comforting smile.
Yes,
So
yeah,
that's a selling point, as well
and
as the safety.
It's true. It's very true, Jazio. And I too understand what it's like to bear the burden of a long and rich heritage. My family goes back many hundreds of years also. My family estate, it takes a lot of upkeep. So no, there's no shame in needing a bit of extra help at all.
Precise.
There
is it,
absolutely is a lot of shame.
I see both of you share some quite prominent teeth as well. Perhaps that's something you upper class types have.
It's a trait of the rich.
Yes.
we can afford them.
Well, I have had my suspicions for a while that this place is home to a monster of the night. And perhaps you could root out this monster before it finds you. If we could have this done before, say, dinner, perhaps. I'm fond of a little midnight snack myself. So let's say if you have until the strike of midnight to root out this horror that lurks in these halls. And if you manage to find it, I will allow you to stay for the eve.
Right.
Are we in agreement?
Well, first of all, where do you suggest we look for this this horrific
The
monster?
halls. They said the halls.
Yes, well done.
Specifically.
Razio. This is why we keep you around. Count von not Vampirovich, where would you suggest we cut?
Like the very pale man strokes his very long and pointed chin. Well, I've heard skittering and scampering in the gardens, in the upstairs corridors, in the basement. I would advise staying away from the dining room. We've just had the cutlery cleaned and we're setting up for dinner.
Very well.
Jolly good.
Yes, I think
Feathers done in poo shakes.
I think we're in agreement then. Lovely. We'll have the monster's head by midnight.
Oh, how great. Does anyone have any hand sanitizer? I feel like we're going to need it.
Oh yes, I always can. Hold on.
Wait.
Blandalf absolutely has hand sanitizer.
never know.
Use a spell for it. Why use hand sanitizer? Spell your hands clean, surely.
Definitely need to spell.
Blimey.
That sounds like a spell, Tim. Or Meg. Actually, no.
Right,
Meg,
yes.
Who's doing the
I
magic?
don't think.
Like,
Is
Meg's
anyone
hands are
cleaning
dirty.
their hands right now, or are we waiting till we've got them dirty?
I think right.
I'll get out. I think.
Even better, have you got anything that will prevent them getting dirty in the first place? 'Cause I
that's
don't
good,
really,
that's good,
I don't
that's
really
good,
want to
that's
touch
good.
anything in this god awful forsaken house. It's so dusty
Magical
that
marigold.
I think there are potatoes growing on the banister.
Well, sorry. Just as you're discussing this, Count von Not a Vampirovich notices that you're discussing spellcasting, and then he bows, very, very low, and if you excuse me, I'm required elsewhere. And he sort of like grabs the corner of the long red cloak that he's got, and like he does a big swoosh and covers himself over, and then just stands there for a few moments, and then. There was supposed to be lightning, and then there's a lightning bolt, and as there's a flash, you can't see for a moment, and then he's gone.
What cheap parlour tricks.
So where do we want to
well,
start?
Well,
First of all, let's.
with the spell box,
I think being hygienic's an excellent idea, Obnoxious. I will cast upon myself and you as well, if you should wish, a little spell. So
Okay.
my intention here,
Oh gosh.
I will cast.
Mm.
So if
yeah.
Okay.
I will cast Stomateria. So if dirt,
Okay.
Vermeer. So if dirt, fire. It'll burn any dirt off you straight away. We'll be absolutely fine. So,
Burn
Brilliant
the
stuff.
dirt.
See,
Vita
Somateria.
Materia Thermia.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So-
Be careful
Please.
of these rings, they're very expensive.
Just to check, are you doing
Rings. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna ask that if you're doing like hands specifically, I'm gonna need an additional somateria to
Oh,
specify.
sure.
Like, because you specify the dirt and then you got to specify the hands, so it might be C somateria, thermia.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So,
Or you could, if you only wanted 3 words, you could do Preventia, Somateria. So
I
prevent
didn't see
dirt on
Preventia.
hands.
Oh, yeah, good shout.
Yeah. I think that's a bit safer than going 4 words for
took
the
out the
first
fire.
spell ever.
Yeah. All right. So,
Okay,
prevent dirt hands. It's going to be
so
Preventia, Somateria,
somateria.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
please
Preventia,
roll me
Somateria.
3d10 and we'll see how this goes.
Oh
So if
boy.
you click on the d10 3 times. That should put them in.
Where are you, D10? There you are. Ah!
Ooh.
Okay, so a 7, 6, 4.
It's actually not so bad.
No,
Could have
so-
been worse.
Preventia
Yeah.
is correct. Dirt is correct. Oh, what was that? What was
No.
that? I saw £20.
No! No!
But to be fair,
Oh,
that
heck.
did come through after the spell. Okay, so the next spell.
No,
from-
Dan, don't you walk it back.
Okay,
Give them their money's worth.
No pity walkbacks, Dan.
okay, so we're tacking on to the end. Extractus.
Oh, what?
Oh, was that worse or better? I think that's worse.
Prevent dirt. Hands is going to go wrong, and then extract.
It's
Okay.
like preventing dirt from body by extraction.
Oh no.
Thank you, Big Bear, for £20 donation. Okay, right. So, prevent, yes. Dirt, yes. Hands, because you rolled a 4. So it works partially or incorrectly. And then extract. So prevent dirt.
I mean,
Okay,
what better way to prevent dirt on the hands than taking the hand away?
so you...
Oh no.
You... Okay, prevent dirt. Hand.
This has gotten really body horror really quickly.
Really fast.
Okay, so you cast. The problem is, right, you've got to use your hands to cast, but you're also like trying to cast on your hands, right? So it looks like you're doing like one of those
Very complicated.
yo-yo things, like the cat's cradle type things. So you are gonna prevent dirt. Okay. Extract. So extract water from a tomato. Okay, you're just like, and the magic's just sort of like, instead of going to your hands, the magic from your spells is just going from like one fingertip to the other, and you're just, and like, there's a moment where you go blast it, and as you do that, the spells fling out of your hands and hit your feet instead. So, as you feel your toes tingle, and then you watch as the dirty rug underfoot, like all of the dirt starts rising out of the rug and then moving away from you in a circle. So you're pulling out all of the dirt and grime, and it's just sort of like floating, is orbiting your feet, but not actually touching it.
Okay. Okay.
And you're just,
I've got my own little asteroid belt.
yes. Yes, but as you walk, the dirt starts to get kind of like deposited behind. So like you're leaving dirty footprints, but your feet aren't dirty.
It's a little mud trail leaving
Yes.
behind you.
With specks of like food crumb and like detritus, orbiting your ankles.
Darling
Go on,
Blandus,
All
I
right.
think this quite defeats the point of trying to make this place look better.
Goes to show me what happens if I show emotion. Sorry.
Okay, so with that in mind, what's your first port of call? Where are you heading first?
So we've got the basement, the gardens, or the upper level.
Like the upper corridors.
Okay. What do people think?
I feel like our friend Blandalf will be in lots of trouble if we go outside where there's even more dirt.
True. So do you think? Are you thinking
compelling point.
Are you thinking basement or upper hall, Drazio?
I mean, Traswee.
It's wee.
You have to elongate the wee.
But that would make you an Euzard if you put it the other way around.
Yes,
a Weezard.
I am.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm not from around here. We say it differently where I'm from.
That's
The basement sounds exciting.
Basement then. Let's go. Love a
Must face
basement.
the long dark of the basement.
Into the depths.
Mhm.
So, you
minds.
head down. So you like. There's a point where you sit in this grand hall and you're looking around thinking, oh, and then you happen to notice that there is a floor plan of the hotel just on the walls. So it's very handy. And you, using the directions from this floor plan, you make your way down into the basement. As you reach the basement door, you notice that there's a wooden plaque on the door that says "Do," and then there's like really heavy scratches in the wood. Enter. And yeah, there's just a very tarnished brass circular door handle. The door opens with a very welcoming
Sorry, did we open it? Did it just open on its own?
on its own.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Well, very convenient.
And as you peer down, you notice that the staircase, like, that's descending into darkness, you watch as the staircase seemingly starts to, like, elongate into the shadows. It's like the door frame kind of around you. And you hear... you hear a slight scampering.
I would like to create a light source.
Yes? Okay.
So,
Classic.
This is marvellous.
obviously,
This
it
went
was
so well
forcing
last
them-
time.
I'm going
Basic wizard
to.
stuff.
I'm going to intone ex nihil luminous.
Create luminous light. Okay.
That's it. Just ex nihil luminous.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and roll me a 2 dicer.
8 and 6.
Okay. You.
Beautiful light appears. Top of the class, I told you.
Wait, hang on. Luminous is remove light from the area. So you create
What?
You create remove light from
No,
area.
that's an
Those
example,
examples,
Errol.
yeah.
It's not
okay.
real. It's just luminous is
Okay.
just light.
So, because Ophelia did not specify where the light was coming from,
That's true.
Ophelia
faith.
begins glowing.
Yes.
Like a very,
Helpful.
like, you know that kind of unhealthy, like, light glow that's almost bordering on, like, neon green? Like, she looks, Ophelia begins to look like she's
glow stick.
radioactive. Like a
Definitely
glow
Like
intended.
Mr.
Like a
Burns
glow
in that
stick.
one episode of The Simpsons.
Definitely intended.
Brings
Yes.
them love.
stick. Okay.
We're going to have a rave down in this
Oh,
basement.
darling. Green really is not your colour, Ophelia.
Speak for yourself. I think it's lovely.
And as you literally illuminate yourself, you see a shadow skitter away into the darkness.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Okay, so yeah, what are you doing as you move down into the basement?
Maybe
Well, actually, sorry, I should probably describe. As you move down into the basement, everything's slightly distorted because it's illuminated by this kind of sickly radioactive green glow coming from Ophelia. And it's like the shadows being thrown off things are like really long and stretch away from you quite some distance. But you find yourself in... it's a relatively large open basement. There are a lot of kind of crates and barrels and boxes which appear to be covered in very dusty drapes. You can see that there's like what appears to be a big wine rack over on the far side. Just sort of like in amongst all of it, there is a large stone slab like on a table with a load of kind of metal arcane apparatus hanging over it, including what appears to be a large kind of brass conductor attached to the ceiling, like over your heads, over the stone slab.
Oh, this is all very pedestrian, isn't it? I mean, gosh, what did he do? Go to Spooky R Us and just pick the first few things? Yawn.
Kiaras.
Very interesting contraption. Do you think it's for barbecuing meat or something like that? I don't know.
Well, what's Jazwy doing when they're down there?
I may have gotten absorbed in my spellbook for a moment because I missed a latter half of the explanation of the basement and this grill.
Definitely a grill.
All Drawsy really paid attention to was Ophelia saying, "Here, kitty, kitty," and was like, "Ooh." Immediately thinking,
you know what,
about creating a bowl of food for a cat.
Okay.
But so I guess creating a bowl of food might be ex nihil, and then I was kind of trying to figure out.
I guess somateria is the physical form of it, but then do you need to do anything to specify the food, like Vitalia or something like that? So something life-giving object.
Or I wouldn't recommend Vitalia.
Just create new life.
You know what? I think you're.
Parent.
Yeah, let's go ex nihil. So create.
Somateria probably create
physical
food.
form. So you specify what it is, but presumably you want it to be healthy food. So yeah, life.
Or just Meow Mix.
Meow Mix does also support life. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a 3-word.
To an extent.
Create physical form, life.
Ex nihil, somateria, Vitalia. Okay, I'll roll 3 dice. 1, 2, 3. It's D10s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oop.
Uh-oh.
1.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I've created some kind of homunculus.
Tell you what, this could have gone worse.
kind
Oh no,
of-
actually, we don't know what you've created. Oh no, you've created extract again. Oh my god.
Okay, right. So what you've done is create food. Create food. Okay. You. So you kneel down and like you're listening out for the sound of like whatever
The kitty.
Yeah. And as you sort of like wiggle your fingers and you intone your words and you get to, so you're just like ex nihil somateria, and then you pause and you're like, what was the word for life? Oh, I know, extractus. And in the darkness, Rob donated. How much did Rob donate? This will be on the next one.
Here we go.
Donations, Rob. Thank you, Rob, for the £10 donation. Okay, so it's next successful one. Okay.
Reroll a success. No.
Like as you wiggle your fingers and you're looking at the ground waiting for this bowl of like kitty mix to appear, you hear this intense, wet, ripping sound, and and in front of you, like a lump of this green, bloody mass appears in front of you.
What?
And
Oh no!
and like you sit there looking at it thinking, that doesn't look like kitty mix.
Oh, darling, use a tissue next time.
As the
I think it's hairballed.
as the four of you like poke and prod at it, who is it that picks it up to inspect what it is?
Not I.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot barge pole.
If
I'm not
nobody else
sure I
wants to,
can
I
pick it
will.
up at the moment.
Well, that's the point. So, Blandolf, as you stand there looking, this green mass just sort of like starts sliding across the floor around you,
Gross.
just leaving a red bloody smear in a ring.
It's like we're playing Nice Marines again.
Please no.
Yeah, who wants to pick it up?
I'll start chasing it around.
Okay, Drazzy.
Come here.
Drazzy.
So,
Trusty.
Jeudy, you manage to catch it, and as you kind of hold it up, it's really odd. Like the mass stretches to about 3 foot long, and it's seemingly got these like there's like a central mass, and then there's like 5 like tubes of this green bloody mush. And then, like, like, the 4 of you stand there, like, turning your heads, trying to figure out what it is. And, like, Drazzy, as you kind of rotate it slightly, it dawns on you that you are pinching the shoulders of the skin of a goblin.
Oh. Oh no.
And, like, and, like, you put your 2 fingers through the eye holes to pull the head up, and, like, you see the nose, and, like,
Oh
it's just
dear.
the skin and muscle of a goblin. Basically, the food of the goblin.
I'm just gonna gently fold it like a laundry, like a t-shirt from the laundry, and just kind of place it on a crate. There we go.
Sure.
Did we
All
find the
fine.
monster? Have we won?
Well, as that happens, you sort of like you place the goblin flesh, the goblin skin puppet down.
Oh god.
What's Obnoxious doing?
Obnoxious is just ignoring all of this utter tomfoolery, and he's looking around the basement with an appraising eye. And then he turns and says, I know what this space needs. This space is too dark and dingy and old-fashioned. This space needs a home cinema.
Yes.
Will that help us?
It's a very
Will that help us find the monster? Or?
This just don't the monster is just that's just
I mean,
we really want to transform this space. I have vision for this space, and home cinemas are they're very on vogue. They're very vogue at the moment,
Yeah.
and I think they're a very good. They show that you've got a lot of wealth, and that that you like to have people round to show your wealth to. So yes, I think this space needs a home cinema.
Okay.
And Obnoxious is going to try and create a cinema screen.
Okay. How?
A
on the wall.
functioning cinema
What
screen.
does this?
A functioning.
Look
So I was thinking it would be create ex nihil,
like? Yeah.
and then maybe like. There's not physical object, is there? What's close to physical object?
Well, yes, so materia is the closest you'll get to.
Well, yeah,
physical object.
somateria. So ex.
But then it's a
Ex
light
nihil
giving
somateria.
one, isn't it?
I was either
Yeah.
going to use that or maybe emulous, because it is, the cinema is like an
illusion.
illusion, isn't
Yeah,
it?
illusion.
It's
that's
a-
it.
It's
That
going
would
to
be
be a
quite nice,
screen of
wouldn't it?
illusions, but then also
Ooh.
it's got to be electrically powered, so also
So it
potential.
does.
So maybe we're going ex nihil somateria potentia
Yeah.
emulous.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
create item electrical imitation.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. 4 dice.
This is going to be absolute. This is just going to transform the space. You won't even recognize it when it's done. Okay, that's a 7 or 1.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
There's no way this could go wrong.
Okay.
Oh no.
So.
Sorry, hang on. Was that
7-1
5 words?
No, just the 3. Just
Oh,
the 4.
okay.
But 7
So
1
Oh, sorry, I
3,
put
1.
5, didn't I?
And
Got too excited.
thanks to Rob's donation, Meg, please re-roll that 7.
Oh dear.
Oh,
9.
even
Yeah.
better.
Yay.
Even better.
Okay. So,
You're still
I
creating.
definitely-
That's
I definitely
the one we
created
want.
something.
You've created something. My
so
goodness.
you've created 20 magic.
Magic. Okay, that's okay.
Okay. Electric.
Which has gone
Ish.
wrong. Kind of electric.
And then another 14.
Life? No! Create
Oh, no.
magic sort of electric life? No! Obnoxious, you've doomed us all!
Okay, so you Obnoxious, as you kind of stand there and you're like, ooh, like getting all the
We could
angles.
put a
of where
popcorn machine over there,
Yeah.
and the seats must be upholstered in velour.
As you reach into your bag and produce your Gucci wand, and from TK Maxx, and as you swish it and you swash it and you, you slip on the goblin skin suit, and your wand blast flies off slightly. It hits the large kind of brass conductor that's on the ceiling over the stone slab, and that spins slightly, and you can't see it because there's no windows down here, but you hear a crack, a peal of thunder, and the light illuminates blue slightly as you see this electrical charge fly down the conductor, which has been kind of realigned. And you watch as this bolt of lightning shoots out and strikes what appears to be a perfectly preserved skeleton of a goblin. that was near the stone slab. And
I wonder how that got there.
the goblin skeleton is enveloped in blue light, kind of twitches and shakes and vibrates, and then with a start just what have you done? And the skeleton stands up and sort of turns to look to you, and 2 eyeballs just kind of roll around in its eye sockets, two big yellow eyes, and then he looks down and then looks at you, looks down, looks at the flesh suit, and you took my skin.
I'll fix it.
Yeah, you will.
Injective submateria.
Oh, wow.
So I want to infuse him with his skin.
I'm gonna say.
Darling, deconstructed cuisine is awfully on trend right now.
I'm gonna say injective somateria because you have to specify the skin and you have to specify the goblin skeleton that's just been reanimated.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna regraft his skin on.
Injective
Oh.
submateria.
I'm doing surgery. Why?
Magic.
How did this happen?
Easy magic, let's go.
Yes.
I did something with the skin of the goblin. Something's happening.
Okay. A 2.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You.
Oh god, what did I get?
You sort of you point down. So what was it? Infuse or inject. Okay, so you grab the goblin's skin and sort of you look at the the goblin, and you just like throw the skin on, and the goblin skeleton's just like, oh, what you doing? What you doing? And as you sort of like zap him with your magnolia wand, there's a puff, and then nothing really seems to happen. And like the goblin slowly starts to like try to put the skin back onto himself like a big onesie, and then like the goblin, you hear the goblin's stomach grumbling from inside the skin, I guess, and you watch as the goblin's stomach starts to expand. And then the rest of the goblin begins to follow suit. And the goblin kind of looks at you and, oh no, and begins to fill the room.
No.
Let's go. Time to go.
Like expanding foam.
Leave him to it.
And in the lieu of this goblin, which is like a gas is just filling the space that it's in. So you're forced to leave the basement before you're consumed by this degloved goblin skeleton block.
Oh, come on. That's horrendous.
This is what I can't be doing with home cinemas. The only television I need is a window. Have you seen nature? Oh, it's lovely. Honestly, kids these days.
That I do agree with.
As you get up to the top of the stairs and you kind of slam the basement door behind you and and you just hear like the squeaks and squeals that are getting progressively lower in tone from the goblin as he gets bigger and bigger downstairs. Right, yeah, I mean that's dealt with. What's next?
Is it dealt with? is it?
Well, darling, you know what they say: out of sight, out of mind.
Nice, fair.
He seems really happy.
Okay, great.
I mean, him and his skin are one thing now, at least. So.
True. Very true.
Yeah, like there are positive sounds of jubilation coming from the other side of the. He sounds like he's having the time of his life.
Ah.
I think we've taught him an important lesson around renovations and keeping the home in peak trendy trendiness.
I say we go upstairs and never speak of this again.
Okay.
Agree.
Okay.
What a capital idea.
Right. So in which case, you head back to the main hall. You head under the spiraling, the curving stairways. Presumably, two of you go left, two of you go right, because that's only fair. And you notice as you do, the eyes on the painting of Count von Not a Vampirovich, like one eye follows two of you and the other eye follows the other two of you, to the point where as you get to the top of the stairs and you're on the other side, like he's just looking completely bug-eyed. But yes, you manage to make your way into the upstairs corridors, and this is like you kind of step into you step into a corridor with a very, again, a rich red carpet. The walls are kind of faded. Let's say they're sort of like a dark. They're a black wallpaper, like quilted wallpaper type thing, with black door frames. And then in each of the door frames is a blood red door. And like the corridor is illuminated periodically by like chandeliers, like small kind of little chandeliers. But yeah, you kind of peer into the corridor, and it just kind of stretches on and on, and then it's a T-junction at the end, and you just got these identical doors all the way down, and they start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, you as you sort of like step into the corridor, out of the upstairs main hall.
Lovely shade of red on these doors.
Yeah, it looks freshly
Yes.
painted.
I
Lovely.
suppose it is a bit last century. You know,
Well,
now we're
sometimes the classics are the best, aren't they?
yes, well,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
Scarlet is just so overused now. We're much more, you know, using vermilion these days. That's a much better.
I
It's a
don't know.
much better say. It brings out the, you know, it really brings out the blood stains. You know.
Well, as you're kind of having this conversation and walking along this corridor, you get to the end. But group decision, left or right?
Left.
Left.
Left. Okay.
Oh.
So you turn left, and yeah, Philia, Obnoxious. As you're having this conversation, you stop as you turn left, because in front of you is a corridor that looks almost identical to the one that you've just travelled down, and the doors are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But at the end of the corridor, you see two young children in like black and white, like one's in like a Victorian era, like boys' school uniform, so like white shirt, little cravat tie, little black shorts. Stood next to her, presumably his sister, is a little pale girl in like a Wednesday Addams-esque kind of black, you know, dress with a white blouse underneath it, and they're just like standing at the end of the hallway, holding hands, staring at you. Both with like identical straight fringe bowl cuts.
Not.
Yes, I go Vic.
No, go. Julia, you were going. I think you were trying to say something.
No. You go ahead.
Obnoxious says, "Oh, don't worry. I am wonderful with children. They love me. Hello, young people. Are you feeling peng today?" Peng is slang that the young people use, you see. I know all of the young people slang. Peng, bruv, riz.
Are
Are you having a nice riz, young people?
Well, as you approach these two children, you notice that she is holding like a teddy bear that's missing an eye. The teddy bear looks quite raggedy, and like there's a gash down the side with some of the fluff and stuffing falling out. And as you ask, you know, are you having a rizzing day? In unison, the children look to you and. Teddy is poorly. Teddy must be fixed. Will you fix Teddy for us?
Oh dear. Well, you see, children, teddy bears are a little bit out of style these days.
Mm-hmm.
What I think
Yes.
you need is a tiger. Tigers are so much more on fleek, as you young people say. Do you not agree, Ophelia?
Has anybody actually said on fleek in about 10 years?
Yeah, all the time.
Might as well dab at this point.
Well,
Start flossing.
okay, the children, like the two children in unison, tilt their heads at your words, and then we would like a tiger.
No. Obnoxious, are you
What about,
taking this one, or Blandalf?
Well, wouldn't they prefer a hoop, perhaps, or a stick and ball?
No, see, those are so boring, and I know that children these days, they want excitement in their lives, and what's more
Oh.
exciting
Count me
than a
out.
tiger? Don't worry, we'll make sure it's a friendly tiger.
What about a stuffy tiger? Just, a plush or something.
But, I mean, okay, we could try it. I guess a stuffed tiger would be
Well,
fine, but
Maybe whatever the children want to have, and maybe they tell us about what maybe they know about this monster. Monster? Creepy thing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good idea.
The little girl like hefts up the frayed teddy bear first and fix Teddy first, secrets later.
God.
Okay.
Who's
Okay.
taking this one? Obnoxious,
right.
are you doing it?
Go on then. Let's try it. So let's say we're going to. Where was it? I just saw it. We're converting transmutia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Transmutia somataria, so transmuting the physical form of the teddy
Yeah.
in size and shape.
Morphosia, maybe change the shape of it.
Well, size and shape to a bigger physical form,
Yeah.
right?
The tiger was bigger than Teddy. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
maybe
shape
it's
of a tiger, maybe.
transmutia somataria magnitudin morphosia somataria.
Wait. Oh god.
So that's
convert Teddy.
so that's
size,
convert
shape.
convert
it's
Teddy
the same size of
into-
tiger, so you reduce it by
into
one word.
size and shape of other physical form, which is the tiger. So that's
Yeah. Okay.
so yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
5 words.
So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Okay, we can do
So-
5. 5 is good.
Yeah. Convert Teddy, size, shape, tiger. Perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. No.
Wonderful.
Don't worry, Julia.
Okay.
It's gone really well.
Okey-dokey.
What is
Right.
transmute?
The Teddy
Transmute
is fine.
size. The shape is fine. We've got the shape of the
The
tiger.
size is fine. The shape, not so much. The tiger, yes. So,
Flipping heck.
so the shape of the tiger hasn't quite gone to. Sorry, the shape of it hasn't quite gone to plan, but your convert is in fact infuse. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. So what does it come out as?
So-
Infuse the teddy bear with.
The shape and sort of the size and sort of the shape. So what happens is this little girl holds up
Tiger Teddy.
and you're just like with a flick of the hair, you like you intone your spell, you zap the teddy bear, and the little girl like just drops the teddy on the ground, and then in unison the two of them, still holding hands, take one big step back, and you watch as Teddy starts like growing to the size of a fully mature tiger. So for all intents and purposes, pretty much fills the corridor. But it's not transforming into a tiger. It's still a teddy. And as it sort of like, and it's still kind of plushy, so it just kind of like bloop, like presses against the sides of the wall slightly, and from behind it you hear, "Did it work?" from the two children, and then this teddy just lifts its head and looks to you and lets out a snarl.
Where did the life force come from?
We've infused.
Oh
We've
no!
infused
The spirit of
Oh my God,
tiger.
the
into
spirit of
teddy.
tiger into a giant teddy, essentially.
and
At least it's only got one eye.
Wonderful.
the teddy, this one-eyed teddy with a bit of fluff hanging out, looks to you and lets out a
boy.
guttural roar like a tiger, and sort of like gets low, sticks its bum in the air and starts wiggling, and it looks like it's about to pounce. Drazwy, what are you doing?
Oh God.
What's any of that kitty
Save
food
us
from
all.
earlier, Drazwy?
Yes,
Yes, Draswy, it's on you now.
Spell. Kitty food. Literally, just does the one spell combination. I kind of feel like in this situation, how big is it? It's like huge now, right?
It's bigger than
big
you.
time.
Yeah.
I either make small, so inject small
Yeah.
tiger,
Yeah, small will be good.
inject small tiger, or like
Or reducto magnitudinate
reduce
tiger.
size. Yeah, reduce size. What's the? Well, the magnitudine is large, small size of giraffe.
So, yeah,
But
Yeah.
reduced size makes sense. So
Okay, so you want to reduce?
yeah, it would be Sometaria Reducto, right? Tiger reduced or Reducto Sometaria.
So reduce Teddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reduced Teddy.
With Soul of a Tiger.
Okay. Roll for it.
It's 2. Is it 2 or 3?
2, unless you want to
Yeah.
be more
Do you want to get
specific.
any more specific? Because I made that mistake and now I'm radioactive. You might reduce a different aspect of the tiger teddy rather than the size of it.
I would
But
argue
the more that
probably
you do-
need- I would argue
Oh.
you probably need Aracano, because this is now an inherently magical
Oh.
creature, so you need to interact with spells. So I would argue Aracano Reducto.
Sometaria. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I was
Let's
also going to
be
go
honest.
with like trying to stop it from being Angie too, because then if the size doesn't work, then maybe the no Angie will work.
Yeah. So maybe Transmutia, you converting it from anger to happiness?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
that's a good
So
one.
what? We went from 2 to 5. Or
2
what?
to 4.
2 to 4. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Aracana, so magic, reduction, Teddy, convert.
Magic protection, Teddy convert. Yeah. Sounds
Redu-
perfect.
shrink and calm down the teddy.
Exactly. Yeah. So if one doesn't work, maybe the other will. Who
Yes.
knows?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, hello. What's
Have a
these?
big irate teddy.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
Ooh,
So the only thing
not
you
bad,
can-
not bad.
Okay, so
Could have been
you
worse.
interact with the spell, you reduce the size, not quite the teddy, and you made them happy. Okay, you point your stubby little
Very
wand,
small. Yeah.
and there's a loud like the beam of magic flies towards the teddy tiger, and the tiger like hisses and does, you know, the thing where cats go in their haunches, and the bolt goes under its belly, ricochets off the floor, and zaps the two children. So I'm swapping the teddy for the children, and you watch as these two twins shrink to the size of garden gnomes, and then look to you
Oh, cute.
and
That's exactly what I meant to do.
but at the yay, and they sort of like run forward, all happy, and no longer, and they're like, all of the black on them turns pink. And they like hug the back legs of the teddy tiger, who suddenly like lowers its head, looks between its legs, and then it looks back up and licks its lips.
Oh no. Oh no.
Blandalf, what do you do?
All right. It's an emergency situation. Right. Has it like picked them up? They're on its leg, right?
They're like hugging its ankle, its back ankle.
Okay. We need to do this safely. So,
At the bear spray.
I think all we need to do then is just remove the problem, because the kids are happy now.
Yeah.
They don't need their bear anymore, so I'm gonna convert the location
Okay. Of the bear.
of the bear.
Tiger bear. Tiger bear.
Teddy
Tiger.
tiger.
Burger.
Burger. The burger.
I'm gonna
burger.
convert the location of the burger. Will I need another word to specify where it goes?
Just elsewhere. It's
Or
Or
fine,
I
isn't
suppose
it?
I don't really mind where it goes as long
A
as it's
locate.
somewhere
Yeah,
that's not here.
locative.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we change the location of the bear. You don't have to specify, but be that
Might
on
help.
your head as it.
Might help if you did actually. Because it just poofs into existence behind us.
That's a problem for later.
How
Okay.
about in a volcano, and then you could use thermia.
Ooh.
Yeah, go send it somewhere hot.
All right, yeah, I'll use thermia then. So I'm going to send it into the nearest fire.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I think that's going to be
convert
great.
location, Teddy, heat.
Or hot country where tigers like to live. You know.
No, I want to burn this bitch.
If we want to be
Okay.
Right, 4 dice.
So, what is the Teddy magic or thing at the moment?
Yeah, chuck in Arcano for magic before. Yeah, so it's a 5 dice.
Okay, so
I
Gotta
take
go for
issue with
dice.
having to add an extra
Dice.
word to every spell we
Get my money's worth.
happen to be created with magic. It's just
Transmutia, Locatia, Arcano Somateria, Thermia. Yo!
Okay.
You have teleported the magical effect, but instead of the bear, you've done the reduced.
Twins are going into a volcano.
Well, they're not because that was a 1. The thermia
Wait, I
was
didn't
the
see the
natural.
last
So they're not
word.
No,
They're
it's
not
the,
going
the,
into a volcano.
So the somateria and the temperature. So the bear and
it was a 1
the
as well.
temperature are both 1s. So, okay, so you're converting the location, so you're teleporting, magical effect, but instead of the bear, we are picking the small, so the children, and the location is the small. So like these children are just like, yay, hugging the back of the tiger Teddy, and as you roar, fire your spell off, the tiger Teddy gets leaps out of the way, and the kids sort of fall on their bums and yay, cheering, and your spell zaps them, and they and just they shrink into the quantum realm, and they just vanish from existence as you teleport them to the tiny place.
The children!
And they just
Our
vanish
information!
from existence.
Well, shit.
And the tiger Teddy
Well, I
just
think that
kind
went
of
rather well.
the tiger Teddy looks to you and snarls menacingly. Ophelia.
Get behind me, chaps. I'm going to try something risky. And I point my wand at this snarling.
Like all the other things weren't
beggar.
risky, right?
Well, I literally want to just stop it from living. So, Preventia Vitalia, I guess Arcano Somateria
Prevent
for the bear.
life, magic bear. Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it. 4 dice.
Let's go. Hey, almost. Almost.
Oh no! What have you prevented?
I prevented sort of life in the magic bear, I think.
Okay.
Interesting.
Sort of.
I see a kitty cat
Is there a kitty cat?
on the windowsill of.
Oh, tofu.
We are catless. Okay, so you prevent the. So it works partially or incorrectly.
Yes. I prevent sort of the life
Okay,
of the
so
magic bear.
what happens is you
Yes.
the tiger Teddy leaps, snarls, hisses, it's only got a stub tail, so just you just see this nubbin raise up in lieu of an actual arched cattail, and it leaps at you as you cast a spell. You were attempting to take away its livingness. As your spell zaps this Teddy on the snoot, the Teddy goes translucent and blows straight through you, lands, floats down the corridor a little bit, looks a bit confused, and then checks itself out, and you recognise that you've just turned this thing into a ghost.
Oh, okay. It's gone ethereal. That's cool. I mean, sure.
And the tiger Teddy looks to you and just floats off through the walls, and you just hear screams and cries of panic from elsewhere in the corridors as this ghostly tiger teddy starts terrorizing the other people in this hotel.
We
Well,
seem to be creating more monsters.
job done.
Job
The
done.
children are no longer threatened by the tiger bear, and neither are we.
Once
By the
again,
things that we
out
created.
of sight, out of mind.
Right.
So you as that happens, you turn around and you notice that the corridor that you came down, that led from the Great Hall, as you peer down it, there's just another corridor that stretches out in front of you, with doors numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on as it stretches. And as you look, like, because you're at a T-junction, right? So the corridor you were looking down that the tiger teddy was in, doors 1, 2, 3, 4. The corridor you just came down, doors 1, 2, 3, 4. The corridor that turned off to the right, that the tiger teddy is flowing down, doors 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're like, oh, we've gotten turned around and lost. What do we do?
Go to the garden.
Well, Obnoxious, what do you do?
You see all this wood paneling now, really. I'm really not getting the right vibe. And, I mean, long corridors.
Stay on task, Obnoxious.
It's very Scooby-Doo, don't you think? And it's very difficult to find where we're supposed to go. And if we're supposed to be locating this monster, why don't we just do it with magic?
Obnoxious, aren't doors quite blasé? Maybe we should just remove the doors.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea.
I quite liked the idea of locating the
Drowsy.
monster with magic.
Yes, but we can locate the monster so much easily if there are no doors.
Is that true?
And also, it will give a real nice, open, spacious open air planning to the feel of this space, It really let the light in more and make it much more amenable to when you have guests over.
Okay.
Open plan is very chic right now.
What's this spell look like?
Drowsy, would you like to try this spell, or would you like me to take the reins?
I'm happy to remove doors, because we all know magic can't go through doors, so they have to be removed with magic before the magic can go through the doors.
Okay.
Because they can't go through
true,
the doors.
Drowsy.
So how are you are you teleporting them? Are you extracting the doors?
Extractor seems good.
Yeah.
Extract door from door. Like, can I extract? Doors are
Extract door
primarily
from
made
frame.
of wood. Remove wood from door.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
If they are indeed wood.
extract door from frame. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a 3. So yeah, extractor sometaria.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Sounds
got
good.
this.
Go
To
wrong.
me. 3. Okay.
Okay. So you extract the door from the frame. So you're extracting something from the frame.
I mean, technically, the first word is a failure as well. So
Oh, it is. Okay.
It is.
sorry to be a narc, but
Right. So you're just like, get rid of the doors. And as you cast your spell, all of the doors become replaced by walls.
Oh.
What was what you were saying about open plan, Obnoxious?
So all of the doors are gone. All of the
They are
frames have been
gone.
filled in. But now there's just walls with door frames every so often.
I've simsed the patrons of this hotel. I've taken away the pool ladder.
Through the corridors, you hear like more panic screams. We're trapped! Okay. Well, Obnoxious. This hasn't quite gone to plan. You're still no closer to finding the monster. What's your solution there?
Well, I just think we should bring the monster to us.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Have a nice chat with it, conversation.
Go on then.
Okay.
Wizard. Okay, all right, okay. All right. You will.
Good. I'd love to see it. Let's go.
Right, all right then. All right,
Okay.
I'm going to let's have a look. I guess convert the location.
So, as inside, there is injective, infuse or inject a person.
Oh yeah, there is
into a
inject,
location.
isn't it? Yeah, let's do inject. Let's inject
Yeah.
Somateria
Inject monster. Yeah.
locatia, but
Yeah.
I also don't want it to be just running free, so I want to trap it immediately.
Ooh, good.
So how about inject Somateria locatia? So
yeah,
bring
it
the
here.
monster here,
Mm.
and then reducto.
Preventia. Preventia Vectora would do
Preventia
it.
location.
Well, I
So-
was thinking Preventia Vectora,
Vector,
prevent it
what's
from
Vector?
moving.
Maybe you could put it into one
prevent
of
it from
these.
moving. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Preventia Vectora. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
A gentle observation. We don't actually know kind of what monster this is, so it could just
Nope.
be any monster that we're.
That's
I'm
defeatist
gunning-
talk.
I'm gunning for Van Helsing, but
Chelsea, I have been a wizard for a very long time. I know what a monster is and what a monster looks like. Okay, I've got this.
Sorry, I'm not.
Right. So inject monster location prevent move. That's a 5-dice spell. Hit me with it.
Yeah.
go. Here we
Is
go.
it a real spell if it's not 5 dice at least?
Showboating?
Okay.
That's
Right.
a 2.
So-
There's a couple of successes in there.
There's some
hang on.
great stuff in there.
Pretty
There is some
successful
great
spell.
stuff.
Right. So what? Hang on.
No critical failures.
There's no critical failures.
No.
This might be a pretty
It's going
good
to sort of do what you wanted it to do.
one. Just
So-
for the benefits of everyone who can't see.
So it's inject physical form to this location, prevent movement.
So 2, 10, 5, 9. So
2, 10, 10, 5, 9.
so 2, 10, 10. Sorry, 2, 10, 10, 5, 9. So
Yeah.
Oh,
that
gosh.
is okay, so that one didn't work. So the inject bit didn't work. The monster did. The location did. The preventia didn't work. And
The movement did.
the movement did. Okay.
There's some real mental gymnastics required to run this game, eh?
Mm.
So the injection failed. Monster succeed.
Yeah.
Monster
Yeah.
succeed.
Location succeeds.
Ah.
But the prevention didn't succeed, did
Okay.
it? Well, it's sort of, maybe partially. And then, yeah.
Almost.
So
It's going to go fine.
Could be slower rather than held. Maybe.
So you hear like there's a big poof, and you wonder what it was that just happened. And then
I know exactly what's happened.
you you feel your cheeks bulge and and this bat starts falling out of your mouth. And this like as this bat like pulls itself free and sort of starts flapping in front of you, it like looks at you for a moment and, "What have you done to me?" You didn't prevent its moving, but you prevented it moving like it used to, as this bat just starts like flapping around.
Quick, it's a monster! Kill it!
Landalf, quick, do your special killing spell.
Oh,
no,
that's a
go.
killing spell. Ah, yes, I remember the time I came up with
Count
this spell.
von Barbarovich is going to be so proud of us.
Arguably,
We've
there
got
is
rid of the
nothing.
evil bat.
There is nothing stopping you from being like potentia. So, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Or Thermia,
I'm gonna
fireball,
I'm gonna-
Burn it!
I'm gonna convert the life force of this bat into thermal energy.
Burn his soul!
I'm gonna burn his soul.
You're casting heat death of the universe. Amazing.
No, not the universe.
Okay,
yeah,
so-
yeah.
Wait, so what was
You're
that?
gonna first you
Let's see.
expunge the children from experience.
They're still,
like,
they're
existence.
fine. They're just infinitely small.
This Blandalf
This Blandalf is awful violent.
Okay, so
Right,
that'll
I
be
think-
Transmutia,
Yeah. So convert.
Vitalia, Somateria, Thermia.
Convert, life, presumably bat, heat. Okay, I suspect this will be the last spell of the game. Make it a good one. Oh.
Oh, it's not.
Convert the life
Yeah,
of
not the
Oh,
bat.
something.
Sort of the bat.
Sort of.
Very badly.
Into...
Oh.
Hey!
I'm gonna re-roll that. 'cause
Wrong,
it can't
it
be
went
the same.
right.
Oh.
Oh, you spoiled sport. It
Into an
doesn't say
injection.
re-roll until you get something else. It says re-roll it, and we still
Oh my god,
got
that's
Thermia.
cool though. It's injective.
So
Let's see what happens.
What does that mean?
you zap you zap this bat that's flapping in front of you. What have you done? And
God.
like the bat freezes for a moment and just kind of disappears
Oh,
in a puff of smoke.
very good.
And
No, I
as
did
that
it.
happens, like unbeknownst to you, the dark clouds overhead begin to part. And for the first time in a while on this one-star hotel, a ray of sunlight begins to shine down.
That's nice.
You're not able to... You never found... Like, you weren't able to find Count von... not a Vampirovich, which is odd. I mean, it's very unhostly-like of him. But there was a fine buffet laid on in the dining room at 7 o'clock, which you heartily tucked in. It was an all-you-can-eat. And the beds were difficult to get to because there were no doors to the room. But the night was sound. You looked around. You couldn't see the Count in the morning, so you just kind of said your goodbyes to no one in particular in the morning, and you left down the winding path away from this house, down the hill through the slightly wonky iron gate. And as you reach the bottom of the hill, again, unbeknownst to you, two windows on the front facing of the hotel start to move as the porch twists up in what appears to be a grin. And converted into the hotel itself, Count von Not a Vampirovich. You're welcome. Please come again, he says, as he lives out the rest of the next few centuries as a living hotel.
Oh, wonderful! Fantastic. Thanks, everyone.
You never found the monster, but you did find the importance of friendship
And interior decorating.
and interior.
Yeah, and interior decorating.
And left a bunch of guests entombed.
Yes.
Apparently.
Oh,
Could be worse, could be the
unbeknownst to
goblin.
you,
They can
being
climb out their
digested,
windows.
fundamentally
That's fine.
being digested by the living hotel.
amazing.
So, thank you four, for playing Sorcerer Supreme. That was about as sensible as it could be.
I mean, yeah.
I'm here for every moment of it. If you like that, make sure to hit the like button. We have lots of tabletop RPG content on the Explorers of Elsewhere channel, so it would behoove you to subscribe if you haven't already. We release content very, very, very regularly. We won't want you to miss out. You can catch 3 of these beautiful faces on the current campaign that we're running, and you can catch Tim's beautiful face on the campaign we finished running last year.
Whee.
If you want to give that a go. So, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your donations that help spice things up. We will see you at 3 o'clock for Jason Statham's Big Damnation. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you, Dan. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.